While floods are nothing new in Tolaga Bay, locals say this is far worse. Thousands of logs left on hills are being swept away, wreaking havoc and leaving land smothered with mud. Locals insist this is no act of God, but a direct result of the size of forestry slash left behind by companies harvesting the hills. Mike Parker has been forced to remove all his stock from his farm after fences were swept away and pasture covered in silt and radiata pine.
With our farming practices, we contain if we have rubbish or byproducts and stuff, so we really feel as farmers, I think urbanites and ruralites, that such a big industry player should contain what they're doing, and they tell us the skid sites are contained, but there's still other slashes coming out of the hills and wrecking bridges, and the fences are flattened, and it's traumatising people quite badly. Logs are still coming out, so they carry on business as usual, where we're all sort of left standing in the mud trying to decide what to do next, and that's pretty upsetting actually.
And it will be a long time before there's any swimming at this beach.
No one here in Tolaga is happy about it at all, they're pretty pissed off. Yeah. Well, look at it. It's shocking. On Saturday, this beach was beautiful sand right along, and now look at it. Forestry people, they've got to do something about stopping this stuff from coming down. Surely there's a way of stopping this coming down. And it can be stopped, I reckon it can be. They've just got to pull their finger out and have a good look at what they're doing, and how they can stop it.
3 companies have been actively logging above the disaster-stricken valley. One has made an attempt to clear some of the beach beside the historic Tolaga Bay Wharf, a tourist attraction. Gisborne District Council is busy clearing roads and investigating the structural integrity of 60 bridges. It's also investigating whether resource consents issued to forestry companies have been complied with.
Now the freshwater plan is in place and more stringent compliance is required, so we've beefed up our monitoring and compliance team to make sure they actually go to the coalface of the forestry industry and monitor them correctly. I'm very keen on actually ensuring that the skid sites are clear once they've actually cut that forestry down, because most of the debris that's actually come down, especially the bigger debris of whole logs and cuts of logs, are mainly from the skid sites.
It's a bitter irony. Forestry was initially seen as a solution for steeper hill country, which is prone to erosion. But with long logs left lying and heavy rain hitting water-soaked hills, the naked land is dangerous. Timber jammed a bridge near Vernon Goff's home, which spewed logs and thick mud across his land.
There's just jammed in water's just gone either side, and of course it's a property. And it nearly took lives this time. So you've got to wake up, They just got to wake up. The size of the logs, we're lucky that they didn't knock down the supports and tip us over. It was up 3-4 feet underneath us, just raging. I've got no answers, but I can tell you what the problem is.
The Eastland Wood Council, which speaks on behalf of the Wairoa and Gisborne forestry sector, declined to be interviewed on forestry slash. And with East Coast harvest volumes set to double in the next 5 years, urgent action needs to be taken before scenes like this become all too familiar. Patrick O'Sullivan, Local Focus.